There's a secret organization buried deep in South Korea's shadows, a place so dark and ruthless that even whispers about it are enough to send shivers down your spine. Their ultimate goal? Build the perfect living weapon. Not robots, not machines. Actual children genetically engineered and trained to be elite killing machines. The organization manages to create superhuman assassins, each child crafted to possess intelligence, speed, strength, and lethal instinct. But these scientists make a fatal mistake. They design something so powerful they can't control it. The children begin showing signs of autonomy and panic spreads through the facility. Dr. Beck, the organization's heartless mastermind. With no hesitation, she declares the experiment a failure and orders a full purge. Soldiers storm the labs, executing enhanced children one after another. The hallways become slaughterhouses littered with the bodies of her creations. Yet one little girl, Ja-Yoon, escapes. She flees through dark forests, bleeding and terrified, while teams of killers and genetically enhanced hunting dogs chase her. Exhaustion overwhelms her, but she refuses to stop. Finally, she collapses on a remote farm. There, an elderly farmer discovers her, bloodied, unconscious, and barely alive. He calls for his wife, and together they rush her into their home. A local doctor examines the child, saying she's suffered severe trauma, but will physically recover. However, she has amnesia. The couple, moved by compassion, decides to raise her as their own. A decade passes. The little girl grows into a striking, brilliant young woman. Ja-Yoon is now a model daughter, beautiful, intelligent, and hardworking. But life on the farm is hard. The beef market crashes, plunging the family into financial ruin. Her foster father borrows money, sinking them deeper into debt, while her foster mother becomes gravely ill. Medical bills pile up, and they can't afford proper treatment. As if things couldn't get worse, Ja-Yoon begins suffering from agonizing headaches and nosebleeds. She collapses during one episode, and doctors deliver a devastating diagnosis. She has a rare degenerative condition and only 3 months to live unless she receives a bone marrow transplant from her biological parents. Desperate to help her family, her cheerful best friend Myung-hee suggests entering a nationwide talent competition with a huge cash prize. Ja-Yoon hesitates, but she agrees. When she takes the stage, she stuns the judges. Not only is she breathtakingly beautiful, but she also has a mesmerizing voice and performs what appear to be jaw-dropping magic tricks. The audience is spellbound, and she quickly becomes a viral sensation. What no one realizes is that her tricks are not illusions, they're glimpses of her true powers. Except one person notices, Dr. Beck. After years of searching, Beck recognizes her lost creation. She immediately sends assassins to capture her. One of them, Gong-ja, is a deadly and calculating killer. He boards the same train Ja-Yoon takes to Seoul for the competition. Posing as a casual passenger, he studies her, but her shy, innocent demeanor throws him off. He tries provoking her, calling her by a code name, but she doesn't respond. Mungi, protective as ever, confronts him loudly, forcing him to back off. Gong-ja hides his irritation, but later demonstrates his true nature when he murders a chatty bystander and throws his body off the train. Ja-Yoon dazzles on the live broadcast, advancing to the next round. But danger lurks everywhere. Strange men in suits begin trailing her, and Gong-ja escalates his threats, targeting her foster parents to draw her in. Meanwhile, Dr. Beck's former assistant Choi defects to a rival group. His body is decaying from a failed experiment, and he's determined to use Ja-Yoon's genetic perfection to save himself. That night, everything spirals. A scarred assassin and his squad invade Ja-Yoon's home. They hold Mungi hostage, slicing her neck to force Ja-Yoon's surrender. But that only triggers something inside Ja-Yoon. In an instant, she transforms from a timid teenager into a cold, unstoppable killer. She wipes out the squad with terrifying precision, strangling the scarred leader as he chokes out her name. Mungi is horrified, realizing her sweet friend has been hiding monstrous abilities all along. Gong-ja arrives soon after, slow clapping and mocking Ja-Yoon's acting. He reveals he knows her identity and gives her an ultimatum: come with him or watch her loved ones die. Ja-Yoon, calm but resigned, agrees to go, telling Mungi to protect her parents. She's delivered to Dr. Beck's heavily fortified lab, where Beck greets her with twisted pride. The scientist orders her staff to inject Ja-Yoon with a powerful serum designed to unlock her full potential. Memories come rushing back. The experiments, the murdered children the night she escaped. Beck brags that Ja-Yoon's brain was engineered for perfection, combining unmatched intelligence and extreme combat ability. The drug, Beck explains, will enhance her powers but has a catch. Without another dose, in a month Ja-Yoon will die. Beck plans to use this dependency to control her. But Ja-Yoon smiles ominously. She's been playing a long game. She purposely revealed herself knowing Beck would come for her. She wasn't prey, she was baiting her hunters. All hell breaks loose. Ja-Yoon escapes confinement, massacring guards and evading knockout gas. She corners Beck, shooting her in the leg, and demands the formula for the drug. At the same time, choice mercenaries storm the base, killing Gongja's team. Superhuman assassins clash in a violent bloodbath with bodies dropping left and right. Gongja challenges Ja-Yoon, but she outmatches him at every turn. She blocks bullets with her bare hand, teleports, and manipulates objects telekinetically. Their fight ends with Gongja stabbed and refusing to give up until Choi intervenes, seemingly siding with Beck, but betrays her by killing her himself. He tries to take on Ja-Yoon, but she easily snaps his neck. With her enemies dead, Ja-Yoon seizes the drug supply and escapes. She gives most of the vials to her foster mother to save her life, keeping 2 for herself. Her foster father, Shaken, admits he was once afraid of her and even considered abandoning her, but her mother insisted on raising her with love. Ja-Yoon listens silently, her expression unreadable, and leaves. 3 months later, Ja-Yoon meets Beck's twin sister, her biological mother, and another enhanced soldier. Meanwhile, in another lab, chaos erupts again. Armed mercenaries massacre staff, but one experiment survives. Ark, a mysterious girl with frightening powers. Bloodied and dazed, she escapes, soon crossing paths with gangsters who kidnap a woman named Kyung-hee. Ark, effortlessly annihilates them, and Kyung-hee, shocked yet compassionate, takes her in. From here, the narrative explodes into a deadly web of betrayals, secret factions, and power struggles. Rival assassins, government agents, and mercenary groups all hunt Ark 1. Battles erupt across the countryside as Ark 1's terrifying abilities grow. Telekinesis, super strength, and destructive energy bursts. But tragedy follows. Kyung-hee and her brother are killed in the crossfire, fueling Ark 1's wrath. At last, Ja-Yoon appears, revealing Ark 1 is her sister. She tranquilizes her and vows to reunite them with their mother, hoping to save her own life through a bone marrow transplant. Yet survivors like Johan and Tom, mercenaries who faked their deaths, are already planning their next move. The war is far from over. With Ark 1's power rising and Ja-Yoon's enemies multiplying, this world of super assassins is heading for an even bloodier storm. And movie concludes.